between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Judicials, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Judicials offense comes onto the field first today. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
The give. There he goes. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous. They're not worried about this crowd getting loud. They just want to hit you right in the mouth, and they started the game off with some good physicality.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Judicials decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Bulldogs offense will take the field for the first time. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow down this tight end, David. But the question, can they even stop him?
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop it. And just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. You're like, sometimes he's a lineman. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. So tough to figure out where he's going to be to double team him. But I bet he's got the attention of this defense, Jesse.
He does for sure. And because of that, David, I think it's going to open up some opportunities for maybe some of the other guys out wide. If you've got 2 guys covering the tight end as a quarterback, you've got to be ready to throw the football somewhere else sometimes. And so you might see a little bit more balance in the passing attack today.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun on 3rd down. The quick out. Turning it on. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. And it's caught. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Georgia! set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this. Assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of the game.
He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down. The Judicials will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. First play of the drive comes from the 41. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Now on second down. Back to pass. Quickly complete. And he'll be out of bounds on what turns out to be the final play of the first quarter. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So first down here as they go back to work. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out fast. Heading to the end zone. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Hey, that's not how you draw it up, but how about the offense and the awareness? You see the ball out, forget jumping on it. I'm going to pick that puppy up. I'm going to take it to the house. The OC, great call on that one, buddy, because it worked to perfection.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Now the toss. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Pressure coming. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. And the misconnection on third down. And the Judicials will call on their punt team. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Quick handoff. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The play-action fake. Caught near the sticks. It's Humphries.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
The offense changing the play. They'll try to get outside. The Dogs get enough to move the chains.
I think to be a good third down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these 3rd and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
Quickly out to the tight end. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Leaves it with the back. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
It's a good looking run, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line. Guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. And they've put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the boot, looking for his man. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Snags it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. Touchdown, Dogs! And they take it in for 6 more points. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, we don't get a ton of top 5 matchups, so let's check out how today's Rumble played out. Clemson had an impressive showing there in Death Valley, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Trevor Lawrence is impressed with this one. Imagine how this outcome is going to impact social media this week. One side ready for a parade, the other ready to hit the panic button.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. He'll take it himself. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. The Judicials want to move quickly. On 3rd down, going up top. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Judicials will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. A low line drive and short kick. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They've been nothing short of spectacular so far. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, and they'll try to make it 4 for 4. Here's the pressure. The short hands, it's Humphries. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And everyone needs to have their packages. When they go 5 wide and they spread you wide, what's your answers? And I like the defense right here, bringing pressure, getting to the quarterback, and hitting him as he throws the football.
On the run, deep down the right side. Touchdown, Georgia. They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13.
Let's go.
Looking for space. It's O'Neal. Jukes his way for more. Oh, the ball squirts out. No, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Timeout call by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Hunt is on its way. Makes the catch right at the 50. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They'll run it to the right. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Makes the grab. It's Frazier. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the 1st down.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Buys a little time. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Got his man. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the 2nd quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
They want to throw it. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like they're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? And with that, let's send it back to the fellas between the hedges in Sanford Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Judicials will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. Turns it on in midfield. Oh, look out on the right. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Dogs! There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible, because he'll make it happen.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Defense better dig in for the run. Heavy formation is there. Leaves it with the running back. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He'll ride his man on the option.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Judicials will send out the punt unit. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play.
And these punt returners only get so many opportunities to try to make plays, and do they want to make them? So much space back there when you punt them the football. But the thing is, look at all these guys flying down the field. All the speed on the field for that punt coverage team, and you could tell they caught up with him and forced the fumble.
Give to the single back. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Hard running there. Breaks into the open.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Frazier. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Inside the 35. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
The Bulldogs are flying down the field. From the gun, running back on the move. Just does not like to be tackled, discarding guys and getting to the 21. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the inside give. Ball is loose. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. And the Dogs had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Handoff from the gun. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Great play by the defense there. And listen, they got to do more of this. Running backs obviously had a lot of success. They got to continue to stop this run game, be physical, and not let this guy beat them.
Back to the ground with the running back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Toss sweep to the right. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
He's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. Kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 5-yard line. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. The option look. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Dogs haven't just been hungry. They've been famished. They have just eaten up this offense all day.
Everything they've tried to do hasn't worked. This defense, not only are they well organized, not only are they talented, they're well coached, they listen, they play so hard, they don't give you a thing.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles.
He lobs one high down the left side. Hauls in the deep ball. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Short gain on the play before he slides.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. They're going to test the right side with this one. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Fighting off the defender. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the 4th quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. They'll go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Takes a handoff. It's Robinson. Can't get him to the ground. And the stiff arm was strong, but the defense was stronger, and they stop him for a short gain.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They've got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. Trucks for the defender. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game. And he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
And they get him on the ground, and that's going to do it. Ball game is over. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit him right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.